overall, it's a very, very short tart cherry crop and short sweet cherry crop as well.
King says they were hit by foreign imports from Turkey a few years ago and weather during the past couple years. The Mackinac Bridge Walk is returning this Labor Day after being canceled last year because of the coronavirus pandemic. The 5-mile-long suspension bridge linking Michigan's lower and upper peninsulas over the Straits of Mackinac will be restricted to foot traffic from 6:30 a.m. to noon on September 6th. Walkers can start both from Mackinac City and St. Ignace at either end of the span. Participants can start anytime between 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. There's no fee or registration. Governor Gretchen Whitmer will join the walk at 7 o'clock, starting at St. Ignace and ending in Mackinac City. When you see news happening, call the WSGW newsroom at 752-0790. It is 9:10, and I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your WSGW weatherology. Mostly cloudy for today. Showers in the area. Storms also possible during the afternoon. Highs will top out near 82 degrees. Winds southwesterly 5 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts possible. Tonight, more showers. Storms still possible. Lows drop to 71. Winds south-southwest 5 to 15. Higher gusts remain possible. Storms continue to be possible as well. Highs make it back to the 80s, and then showers and possible storms continue on Sunday night. I'm Phil Jensko with the WSGW weatherology forecast. Right now it's 69.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
Well, good morning to you on a Saturday morning. Nice to have you with us on the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW. And we've got a special guest today. Special because he's got more titles than anybody I know. He's the head of the State Theater in downtown Bay City, in charge of all the entertainment at Winona Park. He's the interim president of Bay County United Way, and I think he's chairman of the Downtown Management Board. Did I miss any? Mike Bacigalupo, good morning.
Well, you did miss the director of the Bay County Historical Museum.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And that's okay. That's okay. And president of the Rock and the River boat races. So, but that's good. And I will tell you, Art, I am being relieved of my duties at the United Way as of July 1st. They did find a full-time CEO president, and so they are going to make that announcement next week. So I'm going to lighten up some of my duties, so I'll get more than just 40 minutes of sleep.
Yeah, but I know you, and you love it. You love being busy. You love making things happen. It's your nature, isn't it?
That I do. That I do.
It really is. So let's talk about them. We'll take them in no particular order. I want to start with the State Theater. We had the privilege of attending one of the first events back in the theater with the Patsy Cline show with Judy Harrison. And even at half capacity, it was a decent crowd. I mean, you sold every ticket you could, didn't you?
Yep, we sold every ticket we could for both the Friday and Saturday shows. I believe you were at the Friday show, correct?
Yep.
And so we both sold as many tickets as we could for both of the shows, and the crowd loved the show. I think they loved being out and about and doing things as well. Shortly after that, we had a comedy show with local comedian Rob Little, and we again sold as many tickets as we could, and had a great crowd. So again, people started wanting to come out more and more and more. So it was a great time.
So let's talk about the theater for a little bit. It's, as I understand it, one of the last of the Mayan-themed theaters. Is that right?
Correct. There's 3 Mayan-themed theaters left in the country right now. And C. Howard Crane, when he redid the State Theater, he made it what they call a Mayan temple, and there was originally 11 of them in the country, and now there's 3 left in the country, one out west, one out east, and one in the Midwest. So we're lucky to have at least one of them right here in our Great Lakes Bay region.
What's the history of them, Mike? How did they come about? Why the Mayan theme?
Well, he liked to do Mayan themed types of theaters when he redid them back in the early 30s and late 40s, because he also did the Fox Theater in Detroit and the Fox Theater in St. Louis. So he and those are kind of like the Mayan themed temples as well, but they're not as Mayan as what the State Theater is. They're more of a modern Aztec type theater, whereas ours is more of the Mayan theater with the bricks and the brick look on the walls and stuff like that. It was just an art design he liked to do.
That was it. It's personal taste then. That was the whole
personal taste. And nobody knew any different way back in the 30s. So they said, "Hey, go for it."
Wow, it's fun to look at. I mean, just to go in it and look around is really neat.
Oh yeah,
beautiful theater. Seats how many now?
We seat 550, and we seat 550 people in there, and we've actually put up extra seats in the areas to accommodate more if we have to. If we don't have any handicap in wheelchairs or things like that, we can actually put up, I believe, 16 more chairs. So yeah, but 550s are listed capacity.
So what were your thoughts when the governor finally said everything's open? No limits.
We were ecstatic because when she said June 1st, we can go to half capacity. Well, we didn't have anything inside, because we move everything outside to the park. But when she said July 1st, no restrictions, we're ready to go. We are ready to rock and roll, not only outside at Winona Park, but we're also ready to go. We're starting to get our season booked for the inside at the State Theater starting in the fall. So we're ready to go.
Let's talk about that for a minute. We'll get to Winona Park, but give us an idea of some of the things you look for the State Theater.
In the fall, bookings, I'm guessing, is what you're asking.
Yep.
We are looking at, we actually have booked a group of 3 kids called the Accidentals out of Ann Arbor, and they're a very eclectic group of people that has a following all over the world. And then that's in October. Patrick Yandel, who is a born and raised in Bay City, Michigan jazz guitar player. He is actually going to be there October 2nd, and he's out in San Diego right now. So if you've ever listened or watched the Weather Channel and you hear the music behind it, that's him playing it. So and then Ted Vigil, the John Denver tribute, is coming back in October, which is a very good show. And if you ever thought John Denver was back in life, you got to see that show as well. And Jim Brickman, the Grammy award-winning piano player, is coming to do a Christmas show in December. So that's just to name a few of them at this point right now.
And how far ahead typically do you have to book?
Oh, I have some bookings in 2022 already. So I'm actually shockingly starting to book in the summer of 2022. I've got some acts that are saying we want to come out, whether it's a theater or the park, we want to come out and play your place. So we're booking that far in advance.
All right. We're going to take a break, come back. We'll move over to Winona Park. We're talking to Mike Bacigalupo in Bay City. More ahead on the Saturday edition of the Art Lewis Show after these notes.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer. and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, or even with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Affordable term life insurance is out there. Call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-481-1458, 800-481-1458, or visit Big Lou. Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too.
Did you know that most adults with autism are unemployed, and a major hurdle is the lack of job opportunities? That's why Autism Speaks is teaming up with Lee Container, the J. Donald and Laurel Lee Family Foundation Fund, and Delivering Jobs to create a more inclusive workforce in the U.S. Are you an HR professional, community leader, or business owner? Join us in creating a workforce where people of all abilities can contribute and thrive. To learn more, visit autismspeaks.org/employment.
Furnished by the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
The Saginaw Arts and Enrichment Commission and WSGW invite you to join in the fun at Saginaw Celebrates Summer, presented by Hemlock Semiconductor Group. Saginaw Celebrates Summer is a great way to experience the vibrancy and diversity of the community while enjoying the many events it has to offer: animal amphitheater shows, tea ceremonies, festivals, concerts and virtual events, art fairs, museum visits, and much more. Saginaw Celebrates Summer, presented by Hemlock Semiconductor. For a weekly list of activities, follow Saginaw Celebrates Summer on Facebook and Instagram at Arts Saginaw. And for daily updates on all the action, keep listening to WSGW.
Who have we all had a little trouble social distancing from? Here's a clue. About 6 feet tall, has handles, and is cold inside. That's right, our refrigerators. And our waistlines have suffered. However, Skechers would like to help you get back on track with our incredible Go Walk footwear. Because once you put on Skechers Go Walks, they're so comfortable you'll be inspired to get out there and start walking. Technology company, and Go Walks are fully loaded with all the comfort and performance innovations you need. They're incredibly lightweight and breathable with features like air-cooled Goga Mat insoles and bouncy foam bottoms for extra cushioning. And Go Walk footwear come in all the fits you love, like stretch fit, wide fit, relax fit, and arch fit with podiatrist certified arch support. Plus, you'll look great with so many stylish options to choose from, including easy slip-ons and comfy lace-ups. And they're even machine washable. It's time you distance yourself from that fridge. Get out there and start Go Walking. Find the #1 walking footwear in the world, Skechers Go Walk, for men and women at Skechers.com, a Skechers store, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Your news is WSGW.
Fly ball to the gap, one hop to the base of the wall. Rogers around third, Padula's right behind him. 2-run double for Jonathan Scope. Fly ball left field. Whoa, way back and gone, and Jonathan Scope does it again.
My goodness gracious. Tigers baseball, brought to you in part by
Bader & Sons, Michigan's John Deere dealer.
Woolfiles Ace Hardware in Saginaw.
And Ed Raymond & Sons in downtown Chesaning.
The Tigers play on WSGW.
All right, we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show. We're talking to Mike Bacigalupo about all the activities happening in Bay City this summer and ahead. But, Mike, before I get to that, I've known you a long time. What was there that drew the optician out of the office into theater?
Well, that was just, you said 4 words: out of the office. sitting in an office after 30 some years just didn't really wasn't the appealing end of it anymore, and so I kind of did double duty. I was in an office and in the theater, and then I just finally said, enough's enough. Let's just concentrate on one thing, and that's how it ended up. And then it ended up into a whole myriad of things that
it certainly did.
Now, yeah.
All right, so let's move over to Winona Park, because you had a pretty big hand in modernizing it, is the word I would use, and updating it.
Mm-hmm.
What are the new facilities like? Let's start with that. What was added?
Well, obviously, we've got the Nicholas Family Community Pavilion in Winona Park, a 5,000 square foot pavilion that I would say is one of the first places that fills up in the park when there's a concert going on down there. And then this year, they were welcomed with 8-foot benches that went around the perimeter of the pavilion. So now they have seating in there as well. And then we have a beautiful 3,000 square foot concession stand with new bathrooms in them, and so we're able to accommodate that as well, and we can use a concession stand for any major event that's going on there. And then of course we just renovated the band shell, which was built in 1979, and it had seen its days. Roof was leaking and some other things were happening to it, so we created a new look, and now it's almost like a small version of the Hollywood Bowl look. And it coming across the river during the day, you can see all of the new amenities we have there. But coming across the river at nighttime when they're both lit up, it's just an amazing feature.
Are you done with the park now? Is that everything that needs to be built?
I'm done with that side of the park. We're working on the so when I say that side of the park, that's the west side of the park. The east side of the park, we're looking at cleaning that area up a little bit. And then we're going to put we put some chess tables in the park. And they're getting used quite a bit. There's the cement chess tables, and we put 2 in there. And then we found out we needed to put some more in. So now we're ordering another 6 because there's too many chess players. Never knew it, but there's too many chess players out there that want to play chess in a park. So we're going to be putting 6 more in, and then we're going to be working on some more benches going on in there. And then the next phase of the park is we want to redo the entrance of the park a little bit to clean that up a little bit. It's still in the 1979 look. And so we want to clean up the front entrance of the park, have kind of like an archway coming into the park, and to kind of complement everything that we've done on the west side of the park. We want to make the east side of it look just as nice.
All right, so let's talk about events and shows coming up. What's ahead at Winona?
Okay, well, in Winona Park and Vets Park, coming up 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, of course, is the largest fireworks festival in the Midwest. I say that I'm not sure, but I'm guessing it is because it's pretty darn big. Okay, yep. So the fireworks festival is going on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and then on the 7th we start up again with our free Wednesdays in the Park concert series. With a Rolling Stones tribute group called Satisfaction. And our Wednesday concert series goes from July 7th until September 8th. Every Wednesday, free concerts. And we've got just a large group of acts coming in. We even have the Saginaw Symphony coming in on September 1st.
Ooh.
So we've got a nice mix of events coming in on Wednesday nights. And then on July 9th, we have Sarah Evans coming in, country singer Sarah Evans. On July 10th, we have country singer Justin Moore coming in. And on July 11th, we have Cheap Trick coming in. So, and as you know, you and I serve on the LPGA board. That was going to be the weekend of the food festival, which got canceled this year. So we kept the concerts, and even though we canceled the food festival, we kept the concerts. But we're going to the food festival will be back in 2022. And then in August we have our beer festival. August 7th we have our Hop Ride Beer Festival, and then on August 14th we have our the group Here Come the Mummies, which is a great group. If you've never seen them, Google them. It's the greatest show I've ever seen live in Winona Park in my life. So we got big stuff coming up.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the local names that have from time to time surfaced. Kevin Cole leads.
Yep, Kevin Cole. You know what? I did forget a thing coming in. The third week in July, which would be that would be the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. The third week in July, Bay City Players is actually doing a live performance of Godspell on the bandshell stage. So yes, and Kevin Cole will be the concert master for that production, music director, and Leeds Bird is going to be the director of the show as well. Kevin Cole's played on the stage, and there's been a lot of local acts. In fact, a local act just played there last Wednesday to kick off. Soul Express, Dan Lewandowski and his group just played there, and it's all Bay City Saginaw musicians that got to play on the stage for the very first time, and they walked out and they absolutely loved it. So it's been a very positive thing. I don't want to say COVID was a great thing so that we could finish the band shell but it was going to get finished no matter what, thanks to our group at Serena's Johnson. But it got finished, and it got finished in a timely manner, and it just looks amazing.
For Godspell, for example, those 4 dates, are tickets available, and how do you control tickets at the park?
Yep. Well, we fence off the park, obviously, and tickets are available either at the Bay City Players or the State Theater, and there's a limited number of tickets for each night. So I believe they're going to sell 300 tickets per night per show, and then so what we're going to limit it a little bit, and so we can control it just a little bit. And they did that because not knowing what the restrictions were going to be at the time, and then they just kept those restrictions there. So that's how they're going to do that.
Is there a website that compiles all this information for the park?
The majority of the website is www.statetheater with an RE baycity.com. That has the majority of everything I discussed on the website.
So people can find information about forthcoming shows.
Oh yeah. Or they could call the State Theater at 989-892-2660, and Brenda can help with all the information too. And we do have a booklet with all the summer events coming up, and that can be picked up at the State Theater as well.
Yeah. One I was going to ask you about, because in talking to Judy Harrison when she was down, she thought there might be an opportunity that Rebooted comes down.
Yeah, we looked at a couple dates and already, and because I had some cancellations right after their show, and we're going to get them in for 2022. She is going to be one of the first ones, other than the ones I've already got booked. She's going to be one of the first ones we bring in for 22, because the dates that I had did not work for her.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, that's life.
Yeah.
Let's move out of the theater and the park just for a minute and talk about some other things in Bay City. I've always, being an outsider coming in here from New York many, many years ago, but I always looked at Bay City's downtown as unique because it was vibrant and alive, where a lot of downtowns were going by the wayside. What was it that allowed that to happen? And it's still that way in many areas.
Well, we've got a nice management board that is, and a downtown development authority that is really excited about getting stuff done. For instance, just recently we awarded 4 different grants to businesses to improve their facades, and so we were able to give them some money, fix up the front of your building. When you have a great front of a building and people come downtown, they see, they don't see blight, they see businesses, they see businesses open. That's what kind of helps everything. And as long as the businesses are, they survived the pandemic, they survived all the rigmarole that they had to go through. If you see buildings that are full of excitement and merchants and people walking around, you're going to keep the downtown very, very vibrant.
How about the restaurant scene?
The restaurant scene, what we've got going on right now is we've got a thing called Feet on the Street in downtown Bay City. So what we've basically done is we've blocked off sections of 3 different streets, and we've made social districts in downtown Bay City, where people can just kind of get up and walk around. If they're having dinner and cocktails at a restaurant, They can walk around in this social district, and we blocked off the street so that the restaurants can have patios outside of their restaurants in order to create more seating so that they can accommodate more people at the same time and get more people in. We originally started that last year during the pandemic when we had 25% capacity inside. We had 50% capacity outside, which created 75% total capacity for restaurants, and it worked really, really well. And so the restaurants and the downtown really embraced it, took it, and ran with it. Now we have entertainment almost 3 or 4 times a week downtown. We have different activities going in these social districts. So it's a lot of fun.
I mean, it really becomes a destination, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. And what we did this year is, last year we started it, of course, and we started it after we all got together and said, let's see how quickly we can put it together. And we ended it at the end of November. So we opened back the streets back up at the end of November, knowing that, okay, we got a snow plow. People can't eat outside all the time, but we put up igloos so that people could eat in the igloos and stuff like that. And so this year we started it May 1st to November 30th again. And so we're going to stretch it that long and do the same thing and just try to get it so that these businesses can build back up. And people have really embraced it. They love the ideas. In fact, one other thing that they're doing is instead of bringing igloos to some restaurants, people are actually putting up ice shanties, and having the restaurant serve inside the ice shanties on the side, and it's on the sidewalks, and it's working out great. They did that all winter long last year, and it was working out phenomenal. And then another thing we're adding to the downtown, we're going to hopefully have this done by the fall, and we're working on it as we speak. The Downtown Development Authority was able to get a grant from the Community Foundation in Bay City, and we were able to get a grant for 3 outdoor fireplaces that people can gather around at nighttime and things like that. So
I got a message from Dr. Bruce Franke. The park looks great. I love the outdoor areas.
Great. Thank you, Bruce.
There you go. I got to take a break. We'll be back. We're talking to Mike Bacigalupo from Bay City. More ahead on the Saturday edition of the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW.
Hi, Marty from Northwoods, where we make. You know you should. You feel so good at Northwoods Wholesale Outlet. When you get your camper out this year to go camping, we're Michigan's largest headquarters. We have over 2,000 of the brand new Rhino sewer tanks to choose from, starting at $99.99. We even have the RhinoFlex 15-foot heavy-duty RV sewer hose, only $34.99. The 4-pack of Camco RV toilet paper, $199. Folks, a 25-foot, 30-amp power grip cord, $39.99. And don't forget the ginormous selection of Faulkner patio mats. And the 8x20 is only $79. 42-inch hot dog fork with a wood handle is only $199. Don't forget the smokeless solo fire pits. Thanks for shopping Northwoods. We're open 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 362 days a year.
Wool Files in Saginaw is looking for an experienced parts counter person. You must be prompt, dependable, and knowledgeable in lawn and garden equipment. Qualified candidates can make good wages and receive an excellent benefit package at a clean, well-respected local business. For an opportunity to fill this rewarding position at one of the area's oldest, highly respected repair shops, bring a resume and apply in person. 5818 State Street, Saginaw, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. This is a full-time position and starts now. Wool Files, Ace Hardware, 5818 State Street, Saginaw. Wool Files is an equal opportunity employer.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
And Doug.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength.
Come see the fire-breathing baby. Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an emo wearing sunglasses.
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The time has come. Join us this Thursday through Sunday. It's the 71st Annual St. Stan's Polish Festival, June 24th through the 26th. Plenty of bands, 4 fun-filled days of polka music, along with homemade Polish and American food, bingo, a casino tent, raffles, and an entertainment tent with a dance floor. Also, the Skirbeck Family Carnival and its amazing Midway. 2501 John Solinsky Drive in Bay City. Visit us on Facebook for each day's special events, 71st Annual St. Stan's Polish Festival. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Mike Avery, and here's what's coming up this week on Outdoor Magazine. First, Great Lakes Charter Captain Ed Rutherford checks in from Northern Lake Huron. In hour number 2, we're talking Fish Andy Brennan, and this week's Ask Avery segment deals with the Michigan bear and elk drawings. Finally, in hour number 3, we're talking summertime whitetail scouting with Tim Roller of Whitetail Journey. Listen Sunday mornings at 9 on 100.5 and 790 WSGW.
Direct from the Stone Specialist Studios, 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, before we get back to our guest, Mike Bacigalupo from Bay City, let me ask how your sleep was last night. You know, today's workers are asked to do more for less, so when you go to bed, you spend a third of your life there. You really need quality sleep. You can get it with a quality mattress from Sanitary Mattress. Now, you can visit all the so-called sleep stores, or you can rest assured the mattress you're using is manufactured right here in the Great Lakes Bay region to your specifications. Your dollars are spent and they stay right here in our local economy. Your time in bed may be cut short by today's demanding world, but don't be fooled. You can still get a quality good night's sleep on a Sanitary Mattress. And they feature 1-hour window delivery of your mattress to your home. You don't have to wait around all day for them. If you have an RV or a boat, Sanitary Mattress will custom make a mattress for you. Visit Sanitary Mattress, factory and showroom serving this area since 1935. Set your GPS to 5343 James Road in Saginaw, just east of the Harry Brown Airport. Visit them on the web at sanitarymattress.com or call 753-1757. Sanitary Mattress. Talking to Mike Bacigalupo from Bay City. And Mike, just to finish up on the restaurants, how are they doing with labor? Because that has been a stick.
That's
hang on a minute. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a good question. I'm talking to a couple of restaurateurs, and they're saying they're having trouble getting workers to come back to work. In fact, I talked to Donnie Krzyzak on Thursday. He said he has to close completely on Monday because he's got to give his workers a day off because they're all working 6 days a week from open to close. So it's kind of a tough thing right now, and they're trying to get workers back in, but with the extended benefits and things like that, it doesn't look like until Labor Day is when it's going to really kick in.
The other thing I was curious about, how is downtown Bay City meshing with the Uptown project?
Oh, we're doing very well with that. One of my points with the DDA and the DMB is that we need to coordinate more things with the Uptown group. And in fact, I was at an Uptown merchant meeting the other day, and they invited me to come to their monthly meeting so that we could coordinate things. I on Thursday nights at Uptown, I coordinate entertainment there by the fountain over by the Dow Chemical Building, and we coordinate all that kind of stuff for them down there, and then we do the Friday at the Waterfall Park concerts. But that's one of the coordinations that we've been doing for quite a while now. And but I've talked with Al from Shaheen Development and Pete Shaheen and Sam Shaheen, and we're going to start working more and more together because there's this little strip along the river that we got to get fixed between Vets Bridge and Lafayette Street Bridge. That's kind of unconnected us at this point, and so that you can't walk along the river from Winona Park to Uptown just yet without having to have your scuba gear with you. So it's a little tougher.
You plan to fix that, though? You plan to put a wall?
It's in the works to get it fixed.
And that, Bay City has, when you look at Bay City today, you take into account the Uptown project, what was there before, downtown and how it's thriving. Bay City is really evolving, isn't it? It's constantly evolving.
Yeah, it's constantly evolving. In fact, one of the, there's a couple different things that are happening that we're working on right now, and we're just trying to get the businesses back up and running, and we're trying to get the restaurants back up and running, and we're trying to get the theater, all the nonprofits back to where they used to be. It'll be a tough year to try, or it's going to be a tough go to try to get everybody back to where they used to be. But we're trying to evolve into a more of a community-based or place to be, and as you said, a destination. And one of those things that are helping us be a destination, obviously, Bill and Elaine and Michelle Judd and Bill and Elaine Fortier from the Antique Center have brought the Princess Winona from the middle grounds to right smack dab downtown Bay City. And people are coming from all over to get on the Princess Winona to take their trips down, whether it's one of the free cruises during the day or on the weekends, or one of their Friday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night cruises. I mean, they're bringing people from all over the place. So that's one of the things that's making us more of a destination point as well.
Speaking of boats and ships, tall ships, any word on them?
The tall ships were supposed to be coming back, would be 2022. And the word I got is they are not coming back in 22. So the next round would be 2025. So that's when the next round of tall ships would be coming back to Bay City.
Is that because of changes in their structure, or?
I believe it changes in the Tall Ships America and all that kind of stuff. And, obviously this pandemic didn't help either. So
no, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I think everything got bumped again.
In your way of thinking of things, I mean, we think of some of the events that used to be held, for example, the Pig Gig. The Doors ran for years and years. Big events like that. Any chance of any of those ever returning?
Well, obviously, the Pig Gig was a family type event that the family ran. We're trying to bring different things back, and I've got a lot of people that want to bring events back. They've got to realize how costly and how much time is involved. It's just not fill out a form and an event happens.
Right.
You got to have volunteers, you got to have people, you got to have money, you got to have all these different things. So we're slowly trying to bring bigger things back that were gone before. And I think with, and I keep saying that pandemic word, but I think
it's true.
We all had a year off, and it's time to start thinking bigger again. And that's what I'm trying to help with, and a lot of the DMB and the DDA members are trying to help with the same thing, and trying to get stuff on the west side, get stuff on the east side, get everybody happy, and in all different areas of Bay City, not just the downtown. We're working on trying to get things, so that all the districts, Columbus Street, Midland Street, Johnson Street, they all can benefit from things that happen in Bay City itself.
All right. One more break, and we'll be back for our final segment. We're talking to Mike Bacigalupo from Bay City about things happening in Bay City. More ahead.
And the winner is...
I love to win, and one of us can win big at Wildfire Credit Union with the Great Loan Payoff. Finance any secured or signature loan at Wildfire from May through August, and Wildfire might just pay it off up to $50,000. That's right, paying off a loan up to $50,000. Winner. Loans must be approved by noon on August 31st to qualify. The Wildfire Great Loan Payoff drawing takes place in September. The winner will be notified immediately. And honestly, everyone who finances a secured or signature loan through Wildfire from May 1st through August 31st, 2021 wins big with great rates and terms.
It's easy and convenient to apply. Just ask for Wildfire financing at your dealership. Apply online or directly at your nearest Wildfire branch. The Great Loan Payoff, now through August, only at Wildfire. Distinctively better. Loans subject to credit approval. Restrictions apply. Visit wildfirecu.org/payoff for details.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
2020 was a challenging year, but things are including the stock market's performance. But will it last? Hi, I'm Ken Moray, Senior Advisor at Retirement Planners of America. If you are 50 or older, call us today to schedule a free consultation to learn more about our Invest and Protect strategy that is designed to help mitigate the risk of the stock market. Call us today at 800-375-1159 to schedule your free assessment. That's 800-375-1159.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it
At
up.
Bowles Builders, demand is through the roof. To keep up, his business needs a stronger foundation.
Cut the saw, all right? Just one sec. Bowles Builders, this is Bow. This weekend? Yeah, we can do it.
Indeed can needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-990-6271 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option. As soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-990-6271 now. That's 800-990-6271.
And we're back with you here on the Art Lewis Show, talking to Mike Bacigalupo from Bay City. And Mike, I know one of the things you're involved in is the boat races, which were canceled for this year, unfortunately. I remember many, many years ago, I was on the board of what was then the River Roar, and it looked like it would run forever, and then kind of lost some of the steam and some of the participants nationwide. Where are we now with these boat races?
Well, they are, NGK had canceled early this year, back in March when things were still shut down and we could have 10 participants in attendance at the boat races. So they kind of backed off in the Midwest area a little bit. And so what we said is, let's just, we'll just cancel them for this year again, and then we'll move them into 2022, and we'll have a full year to start planning for them again, because, hey, July 1st, all the restrictions are lifted and we're ready to go. So we're going to start planning for them next year, same weekend. Next year, though.
Do you have a commitment from them to come back?
Yes, we have a commitment from NGK, which is one of the major spark plug sponsors, and they're going to come back because they love Bay City, because it's such a nice spot to be in. Right now, I believe they're down in Alabama right now. I'm not sure if it's an NGK race, but I know there's a race going on in Alabama this weekend. But what I hear from drivers and everybody else is they like it because the west side accommodates all the drivers, and then the east side accommodates all the spectators, and they got the river, they got the bridges, they got the atmosphere, they got the scenery. They love it.
I've often heard from some of them that it's the best closed course that they drive.
Right. And that's one of the other reasons why. And, of course, we get our share of crashes and things like that, which,
Part of the game.
yeah, it happens, but we also get our exciting races too as well.
So that'll be 2022.
July of 2022, yes.
Is there anything else that can be done to use the river in that fashion?
Well, we're working on a dredging process right now to get the river deeper, because there's some dredging issues there. So I'm working with I'm not working personally, but I know the Great Lakes Bay Regional Alliance is working on getting the river dredged, so that we can get there's some sort of a water transfer type thing that has to happen, and we can't do it. They have to do it out into the bay, and then they come in. It's just something they're trying to do in the river. And then there's been some other ideas about water taxis and things like that going from east side to west side. So we're working on a few different things right now.
Well, Mike, look, I want to thank you for spending so much time with us on a Saturday morning. So let me, in conclusion, what are you most proud about Bay City?
I'm just proud of being able to work with all the merchants, all the the restaurants, the businesses, everybody, the boards that I sit on. I'm just so proud of how they all like to step up. They wanted to make sure that they save Bay City, and we're all Bay City strong and Bay City proud of what we do. We really stepped up, and everybody worked together. Some of them, a lot of them worked in their silos and then came out and worked with everybody else. And the city wrapped around the city of Bay City government and the county worked together, and we all worked in conjunction with everybody just to make sure that Bay City did make it. And I'm really proud of the city and everybody that stepped up and helped.
All right. In conclusion, State Theater with an RE, baycity.com. You can find all the information you need. Mike, have yourself a great weekend, and thanks for spending the time with us.
Thank you so much, Art. It's always a pleasure being with you.
All right. We'll talk to you again. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Mike Bacigalupo from Bay City. We thank him for spending time with us this morning on the Art Lewis Show. We will take our last break and then be back to close out.
It's the sound of a good deal. That's music to your ears.
It's new, the newly enhanced XT2 series tractors from Cub Cadet. These lawn tractors have always set the standard for performance and comfort. Now get more strength, durability, and versatility with a strong Kawasaki engine delivering reliable power to tackle your yard, plus a 42-inch heavy-duty fabricated Aeroforce deck cutting system delivering a best-in-class cut with fewer clumps, finer clippings, and increased evenness. The tough torque hydrostatic transmission delivers no shit and go. See the new Cub Cadet Enhanced XT2 Series tractors today at Woolfiles, Ace Hardware, 5818 State Street, Saginaw, where customer service still exists. Open 7 days.
It's the sound of a good deal. That's music to your ears.
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do, but you have to plan. Tuning into Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh and Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. For Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AA Wealth Management, LLC.
On our first date, we had masks on and kept 6 feet apart. Now we're a lot closer.
Just like Cliff and Deb, thousands of singles over 50 found their perfect match on Silver Singles last year.
I feel like I'm 20 years old again, and I'm pretty sure she feels the same way.
Rediscover the magic of dating with Silver Singles, the exclusive community for singles over 50. Sign up today and receive daily matches you won't want to miss at silversingles.com/radio. Silversingles.com.
Far left! Far right!
Ah, perfect. Hey, golfers, this is Dan Pohl, and I know your golf games aren't always perfect, and that's okay. But if you want the perfect golf experience, then come see us here at the Polecat. Don't wait. Go to polecat.net or give the Pro Shop a call. Remember, if your golf games can't be perfect, your experience can.
Ah, perfect. Clear ball down the left field line into the corner, and that may clear the bases. Lazara's in. Willie Castro right behind him. 2-run double for Jake.
Play 12:50 today on 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Art Lewis Show on this Saturday morning. Thanks for being with us, and our thanks to Mike Bacigalupo for joining us, too. Stick around for Kevin Ray's Simply Financial. That comes along after the news at the top of the hour. Tiger Baseball, a doubleheader today, I do believe. Rain holding off, we hope. Meantime, we'll take leave right now and be back with you on Monday with lots more good conversation. Talk to you then. Have yourself a great weekend. Bye-bye now.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSG.